everybody? Today I'm going to be telling you my predictions of how the playoffs go and how the rest of the season goes and the awards. I'm in Madden just because it's easier to show you the that stuff, not the awards. I'm not going to go over stats because that's just anyone. Um, MVP I think is going to be Matthew Stafford. I think Matthew Stafford, they're going to give it to him, even though I think it's going to be close. I think that the yards goes to Drake May. The touchdowns go to Matthew Stafford because he just has way more weapons around him. And and I think they're going to give it to him because, he's probably going to retire next year or this year or not. So they're just going to give it to him and then give Drake May a different award, which I'd rather him have instead of the MVP because he can get that MVP a different time. Because, like the past quarterback, Tom Brady, the Patriots, he didn't win that much MVPs. But he did win a lot of Super Bowls. That's what's way more important, at least, in my opinion, and probably his opinion too. Because MVP, that goes to him. Super Bowl ring goes to his whole team. So I think if I was him, I'd rather have the Super Bowl. Which I'll go over that anyway later. Next, Offensive Player of the Year. It's either going to be Jackson Smith-Jigba or Jonathan Taylor. I just looked at the stats, and I feel like Jackson Smith is going to beat him. Barely, because Jonathan Taylor has been slowing down a lot. Yeah, you could pick it back up, lock in. I feel like it's going to be Jackson Smith. Next, I think Miles Garrett. That's easy Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think that either goes to Emeka Egbuka or Ted McMillan. I think that's going to go to Emeka Egbuka's stats. Let me look at his stats real quick. I think Ted has more. Ted McMillan stats. Does he have 1,000? I don't know. He does have more. I feel like Ted wins it because multiple reasons. I think Ted wins it because this is what I hope. This is what I hope happens. Even though I'd love to have Emeka win it, I hope Mike Evans comes back this week and he just balls out for the rest of the season, takes all the receiving yards from Emeka or whatnot, gets us 1,000, but Emeka doesn't get the offensive player. I feel like that'd be pretty good. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know. But I think it's going to be Nick M. I'm not even going to try. I'm going to butcher that name. I think it's going to be him. I would say Carson from Browns, but I don't want to butcher his name because if I butcher his name, that's just going to be bad for me. So I'm not even going to try his last name. But I think I can't even say his last name. I'd have to get a Google Translate. But I think he's going to win it. Yeah, he's just been balling out. I mean, I don't really know who else would win it, to be honest. I don't really know that much the defense. Next, Coach of the Year, that's easy. Mike Vrabel. I don't even have to explain it to you. Ben Johnson. It's Mike Vrabel. Next, Comeback Player of the Year. I'm gonna say they need to have another award for coming back from being dog crap. You sucked, but now you're a good Player of the Year. That'd be Daniel Jones. But I think Christian McCaffrey wins Comeback Player of the Year. Because he just looks like himself again. And then Offensive Lineman of the Year, I think it's either going to be Lane Johnson or Trent Williams. I don't really know, but they're going to give it to him. Oh, gosh. Probably Trent Williams. Well, Lane Johnson, I don't know. Probably Trent, I don't know. Lane, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. These are the stats that I got. Well, not the stats, the standings. For the NFC, Seahawks, first seed, 14-3. No, I didn't do that. Eagles 13-4 the second seed. Bucks 12-5 with the third seed. Bears 12-5 with the fourth seed. Rams 13-4 fifth seed. they're gonna win. They're gonna lose the game against Seattle because Seattle's just gonna play the whole freaking butt off. But you see what I did later, or what I think later is gonna happen because of that. They're gonna want their revenge. Um, Packers 6 seed, 11-5-1. The Lions barely get it. No, not really barely. I mean, yeah. 11-6. Actually, yeah, they barely get it. We got 49ers 10-7 with the eighth seed. Or not eighth. Yeah, eighth seed. Um, Cowboys 9-7-1. I don't think they're gonna get it done. The ninth seed. Panthers 8-9. They're just gonna. They're the Panthers. Do I think they're gonna win one more game? Play the Bucks twice. So the Bucks are gonna be like, yeah, get the freak out of here. So there's 2 losses there. So they probably go like 9-8. I don't even know who they played the other one, but Falcons 5-12 with 11 seed. Giants 5-12 with the 12th seed. Vikings 5-12 with the 13th seed. Arizona 14-13. 14. Wait. 4-13. Geez, 14 seed. Saints 3-14. 15 seed, and Commanders 3-14. 16 seed. Now I don't know how to look at the AFC, so I'll just like go yeah, you probably already seen that, but yeah, New England Patriots go out and win the rest of the games. So they have a 14-game win streak, which is pretty crazy. 15-2. The Broncos, 13-4, and the Texans just ball the frick out, have a 9-game win streak. You'll see what will happen. But the third seed, Bills 11-6. Fourth seed, no, not the fourth seed. Ravens with the fourth seed, the 10-7. Bills 5th seed. Colts, they got rigged. The last game, they got cheated out the game, losing to the Texans. They should have won that game, but they didn't, and they fall short, and they somehow turn into the 6th seed. And the Jags barely go in, beating out the Chargers and the Chiefs, respectfully. So Chargers 8 seed, Chiefs. And the Chiefs don't make the Super Bowl, even though, not Super Bowl, playoffs. Even though the rest of the schedule is pretty easy. I'm not even going to lie. They play the Titans, the Raiders. Okay, I mean, it's not like super easy. They play the Chargers and Broncos, but I don't know. Steelers, flat out lose. 8-9. Bengals 7-10. Dolphins 6-11. Jets 4-13. Browns 4-13. Raiders 2-15. And Titans, they should be 0-7. They suck. Now let's look at the playoff bracket. We have the 2nd seed Broncos versus the 7th seed Jags. This is not going to be the score prediction because, well, I don't know what the score prediction is. But this is what Madden thinks the score prediction would be: 24-21. I don't know if it's going to be that or not. They are pretty fraudulent. So, Colts get the revenge. I'm just going to say this is a score prediction because I don't really care. This is a score prediction too. Why not? Colts, the Texans, getting the revenge, showing that they were fraudulent and they should not have been the 3rd seed. Ravens versus Bills. Mark Andrews drops the ball again in the end zone. Mark Andrews, gotta get your stuff together. Colts versus Patriots. The Patriots barely win, showing the world that they are 1 seed, and the Colts are not to mess around with. And the Colts are pretty scary. And they should have been the 3rd seed. They went on a field goal at the end of the game in overtime or something. I don't know. And then the Broncos just get destroyed because they suck by the Bills. And then the AFC Championship. This is NFC and AFC's both as you can see, both divisional opponents. Patriots beat the Bills 3 times this season, and as a Patriots fan, if this happens, this is going to be legendary. This is amazing. This is amazing. Even though Drake made him win MVP, you see why, okay? He's going to get his bench. Win by field goal again. Might be saying, oh, they're just like the Broncos, barely beating the good teams. But we're in the playoffs. A win's a win, okay? While NFC wild card, the Lions just lose against the Eagles. I mean, put up a good fight, but, the offensive coordinator's gone, Ben Johnson. And, I mean, yeah, he gets destroyed, if you can see down there, but that's because he plays the Bears. It's not really fair. The Bucs sadly lose by 3 points, just like they did last year. Look, injuries just killed them, man. Injuries just killed them. The Bears get destroyed by the Rams, showing that the Rams are, in fact, they're not a team to mess around with. Seahawks just destroyed the Packers. What else are you going to say? The Eagles and the Rams barely beat the Eagles by 3 points. So the Eagles still got it, but they don't still got it because they're not in the AFC Championship, which again is a divisional matchup versus the Seahawks and Rams. The Rams, just like what happened to the Colts, should have been that number 1 seed if it wasn't for the fraudulent refs. Freaking refs, man. Freaking refs. Actually, this time it wasn't the refs' fault. This is just that they lost against the Seahawks one time, and that cost them the first seed. But should have been the Bears. Super Bowl, number 1 Patriots versus the number 5 LA Rams. Matthew Stafford with the MVP versus the second year and should have won MVP, Drake May. Now, if you look at this, it's the Patriots versus the Rams. Who played the Rams in the Super Bowl his second year in the NFL? Tom Brady. You know who won that Super Bowl? Tom Brady. You know what happened to that Tom Brady? He became the greatest quarterback of all time. Now, I'm not saying Drake May is going to become the best quarterback of all time, but I am. And this is what I see. You probably just saw what I did. Next week, gotta give us a second. Give us a second. Gotta give us a second. 28-24, the New England Patriots win the Super Bowl, and that's the start of the new dynasty, the Vrabel dynasty. The Mike Vrabel dynasty and Drake May dynasty, the new pairing, the new Bill Belichick and new Tom Brady. And now the Patriots are hated again. Now, I'm not saying they win the next Super Bowl, but I am saying after that Super Bowl, they win 2 in a row. Now, they don't just win 2 in a row, they go 3 in a row. I'm just kidding. But I'm not kidding about this stuff. And yeah, that's my season recap. Don't mind that. Other than, okay, I guess it is fraudulent. Okay, whatever. I guess Jonathan Taylor did win the offensive player of the year. So honestly, other than the R.J. Harvey one, this is my predictions for everything. Even defensive rookie of the year. Get rid of R.J. Harvey, add Ted McMillan. That's my predictions. And maybe Jackie Smith, Jake Bird at offensive player. It's interchangeable. But yeah, that's my predictions. 7-time Super Bowl champion. Just like the Boston Celtics claiming that crown. So this team all time in the NBA and NFL. But yeah, let me go with my prediction here. NFL MVP, Matthew Stafford, Coach there, Mike Vrabel. Offensive player of the year, probably Jonathan Taylor, let's be honest. Or Jackson Smith, the Jake Bird, whatever one. It's probably going to be Jonathan Taylor, though. And he's probably going to be put on Madden. And then he's probably going to suck next year. Just like what happened to Barkley and McCaffrey. Defensive player of the year, Myles Garrett. Offensive rookie of the year, Ted McMillan. And then defensive rookie of the year, Carson, Swiss, Singer. There you go. Yes, a singer at the end. Like, and then Super Bowl 28-24. New England Patriots beat the LA Rams. Patriots 28, Rams 24. I just said that one. Drake May, Super Bowl MVP. That's my predictions. And if that is true, then not only am I I don't know, really really good at predicting whatnot. I don't know. But I'm also happy because this is actually really good predictions. I like this a lot. So I'm gonna see you. Hopefully this happens. Okay.